The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back to the Eagles Sports Network for another poolside preview, a very exciting poolside preview here with Ben Young. We have SAC championships this week starting on Tuesday. Ben, just how excited is the team going into this meet?
Yeah, again, just being on pool deck with them throughout this past week, you can really tell that the energy is shifting a bit. They got a little bit more energy. They've got the pre-meet jitters kind of deal, but ultimately you can just tell that everybody is excited to get to conference and excited to be a part of that atmosphere yet again. And so again, it only comes once a year, obviously, but for us, it's always a really fun time. Magical moments are made there, and again, we're excited to see what we're able to do this year.
I'll talk about a little bit about preparation, planning for this week. What really sets this meet and this championship week apart from the other meets that we've had this season?
Yeah, I mean, so at the beginning of the season, we start out, with a big old classroom session that takes way too long, thanks to me. But at the same time, like we map out the full season, right? And obviously, this and nationals, along with midseason, are the ones that we usually have highlighted, right? Midseason gives us a good opportunity to see where we're at, what we need to change, what weaknesses we need to attack, and then ultimately, it's these last two meets, conference and nationals, for us that really everything comes to this, right? So for us, it's really just making sure that while yes, it is a different style of meet, it's a 5-day meet, it's a long one, prelim finals, everyone's going to be is going to have a shot to make it back this year, which is fantastic, and really it's looking at the ability to treat this as any other meet, even though it's not, right? It's really easy to look at it and be like, yeah, okay, obviously this is conference. We spend all year talking about it. This is what we fully rest for. This is what we suit up. We shave. All the guys have ridiculous haircuts and stuff and terribly bleached hair, but we won't talk about that. But again, for us, it's making sure that, hey, the details don't change. The races don't change. We've done these races over and over and over throughout the season. So allow this moment to happen and be confident in what you've been able to accomplish thus far in the season.
Looking ahead to the competition y'all are going to see within the SAC competition, speak a little bit about the higher level of competition that we see within the SAC with multiple nationally ranked teams going to be there this weekend. Just how does our team stay focused to stay ready for what's to come?
Yeah, so Wingate year after year, they continue to be an absolute force, and so we know what we're getting with them. Obviously, the atmosphere here when they were here was fantastic, and just the overall environment that was on this pool deck was incredible, right? Catawba up and coming, Matt Gearing doing a lot of really good things with that program, and for us, it's realizing like, hey, we have been left out of that conversation all year long, and in some sense, rightfully so. But at others, again, this weekend will essentially show, again, how close we really are, and where they're ranked and where we ultimately should be ranked. And so again, for us, it's making sure that we give our athletes, our swimmers, an opportunity to kind of let the national rankings and all that stuff go by the wayside, fuel them a little bit. But again, at the same time, I was once on the committee, and it's just knowing what goes into it and the conversation that's had during it, in order to rank those teams. Again, it is what it is, and so for us, allow it to fuel us to some extent, but at the same time, making sure that the team understands, hey, we're gonna see how we stack up this week. And so it's always fun to race Wingate. It's always fun to race Catawba, and for us, it's making sure that we continue to make a statement at conference.
As a coach, a lot of people want to talk about culture and team culture. The culture that y'all have cultivated throughout this year. Talk a little bit about how you've seen the senior leadership, the people who have been in this situation before, been to SAC championships. How have they been really pushing the newcomers this week?
Yeah, I think ultimately this team, more so than any other team that I've been the head coach for, which is only 2 at this point, but really up until this point, it's just progressively gotten better with the challenge to the swimmers of like, hey, you guys have been here before, you guys have done this, you guys have experienced all of this, so why not pass that information along, right? And for them, it's really understanding like, hey, as you guys go through this season, you're going to have ample amount of opportunities to continue to pass that knowledge on. And it started with midseason, and again, the conversation that came after midseason with a lot of our leadership and just people that have been there before. Again, it was incredible, and the challenge was, hey, can we dive into it a little bit more? Can we get a little bit more out of all of our athletes? And really, again, I think that our leadership has done an incredible job with getting people to understand, like, hey, I know you're broken down now, but it will pay off in the end. Continue to communicate, continue to bring your best every single day, and again, continue to understand what this program ultimately is all about.
There's going to be a lot of really high-level swimmers there, especially on which teams like Wingate. But for us, we have a lot of high-level swimmers too. Who are you really expecting to see have a breakout week this week?
Yeah, again,
it's a loaded question.
It is a loaded question. And really, again, the people, I'll answer it this way. The people that are on the bubble or should be making it to nationals, again, it's time to piece it all together. And really, that's the group that we're ultimately looking to step up. At the same time, all the way through, step up, make it to nationals, but really all the way through our entire team, people have to be on. People have to be ready to go. We don't have a full roster on the women's side, and so again, you can score 18, and we're not there yet from rebuilding. And so for us, it's knowing that, hey, that second tier, any final that you can get into, whether it be a B final or whether it be a C final, make it back, right? And again, we joke about it all the time, but it's so true. If you have a lane, you have a chance, and really that's the biggest thing for us is understanding, well, yes, the people that are on the bubble for nationals or have made it in the past, hey, let's go ahead and knock that out now and step up in that sense. But at the same time, it's really everyone else that it's going to take to make sure that we keep this as close as possible.
As a former swimmer yourself, I'm sure you're very fired up for this week, ready to get into the pool and just be around in that atmosphere. What are you personally most excited to see this week from the team?
4-free relay. No, hands down, I think to me that is the most fun relay. It's one that we have historically been really good at as well. But at the same time, it really is just understanding. I'm getting chills talking about it. But in all reality, it's understanding what this week means for swimmers, right? And the atmosphere that is created within whatever pool we're at this year. Obviously, it's Greensboro. It's been Charlotte in the past. No matter what pool what pool deck we're on. Again, Carson-Newman figures out how to bring the energy, and it has to be coaxed at times. Right. But at the same time, I think that's what any swammer, as people like to say, ex-swimmer, anyone or any alumni that's ever walked through, come through this program, I think that is one thing that we can all say without a shadow of a doubt that is the most enjoyable time, is having the full team there, getting excited, being a part of that atmosphere, and really ride that energy all the way through until the very last race, the 4-free relay. And again, like I said, we've been historically really, really good at it, but it's just a really fun relay, and it always serves as a really good cap to the meet.
Ben, thank you so much for your time. The best of luck to you and your team this week. The Eagles go to the SAC Championships beginning tomorrow, Tuesday. And I'm Jay West with the Eagle Sports Network.